Have you ever noticed this the moment you finally lie down to rest, when your body deserves peace the most? That's when the pain begins? Your knees start aching, your shoulders feel stiff, your back starts throbbing, and suddenly sleep feels impossible. You're not imagining it. And more importantly, you're not alone. Tonight, we're going to uncover why joint pain gets worse at night, and more importantly, how you can take control and finally sleep without suffering. What if the pain you feel at night is not something to fight, but something to understand? Most people react to joint pain with frustration, fear, or even helplessness. They try to silence it, ignore it, or push through it. But pain, especially the kind that shows up when everything is quiet, is not random. It is one of the most intelligent signals your body can send. Think about this for a moment. Throughout the day, your body stays busy, distracted by movement, tasks, and responsibilities. But at night, when everything slows down, your body finally gets a chance to speak clearly. And what you feel in your joints is often a message that has been building up all day. It could be the result of overuse, poor posture, lack of movement, or even subtle inflammation that went unnoticed. The silence of the night doesn't create the pain, it reveals it. Now here's the powerful shift. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is my body trying to tell me? That single change in mindset can completely transform how you respond to discomfort. Because when you treat pain as information rather than an obstacle, you move from reaction to control. Your joints are not designed to hurt without reason. They respond to how you treat them. Long hours of sitting can weaken the muscles that support them. Repetitive movements can create strain. Even dehydration can reduce the natural lubrication your joints need to move smoothly. Over time, these small factors build up, and when your body finally rests, the accumulated stress makes itself known. And here's something most people overlook. Ignoring pain doesn't make it disappear. It teaches your body that you're not listening. When signals are ignored, they often come back stronger, more persistent, and harder to manage. But when you begin to acknowledge them, even in small ways, your body responds differently. It starts to adapt, to recover, and to trust that it's being taken care of. Imagine the difference between forcing your body to stay silent and actually working with it. One leads to more discomfort, more restless nights, and more frustration. The other leads to awareness, better habits, and gradual relief. This is where real change begins, not with extreme solutions, but with understanding. The moment you stop seeing pain as your enemy, you remove the fear attached to it. And without fear, you gain clarity. You start noticing patterns. What makes it worse? What makes it better? What your body needs more of, and what it needs less of. That awareness is powerful because it puts you back in control of your own well-being. Your body is always communicating, always adapting, always trying to protect you. The question is not whether the message is being sent. The question is whether you are willing to listen. It sounds almost contradictory, yet the less you move, the worse your joints can feel. Many people assume rest alone will fix joint pain, but the human body is not designed for long periods of inactivity. It thrives on motion, and without it, even the healthiest joints can begin to tighten, weaken, and lose their natural rhythm. Throughout the day, movement acts like a natural lubricant for your joints. Every step you take, every stretch you make, helps circulate synovial fluid, the substance that keeps your joints smooth and functional. When movement stops, especially for extended periods like nighttime, that fluid becomes less active and stiffness begins to settle in. This is why pain often feels more intense when you lie down, even if you were relatively comfortable during the day. Now consider this. Your joints don't have a direct blood supply like muscles do. They depend heavily on movement to receive nutrients and maintain their health. Without regular motion, they essentially become undernourished. This lack of nourishment can lead to tightness, discomfort, and reduced flexibility, all of which become more noticeable when your body is at rest. But here's where a simple shift can create a powerful impact. You don't need intense workouts or exhausting routines to improve joint health. In fact, gentle, consistent movement is far more effective. Just a few minutes of controlled stretching before bed can reactivate circulation, loosen tight areas, and prepare your body for rest in a way that stillness alone never could. Picture this moment. Before you go to sleep, instead of collapsing into bed with the tension of the entire day still stored in your body, you take a few intentional minutes to move. Slow stretches for your knees, light rotations for your shoulders, a gentle extension for your back. These movements signal your body to release built-up stress, to improve blood flow, and to reduce the stiffness that would otherwise intensify overnight. And it's not just about physical relief. It's about creating a pattern your body can rely on. When movement becomes part of your daily routine, your joints begin to respond. They become more flexible, more resilient, and less reactive to periods of rest. Over time, that consistent effort builds a foundation of strength and mobility that protects you, especially during the quiet hours of the night. Many people wait until pain becomes severe before they take action, but by then, the body is already compensating. Instead, proactive movement allows you to stay ahead of discomfort. It transforms your approach from reactive to preventive, giving you control over how your body feels rather than constantly responding to it. There is also a deeper awareness that develops when you move with intention. You begin to notice which areas feel tight, which movements bring relief, and how your body responds from one day to the next. That awareness becomes a guide, helping you adjust your habits in a way that supports long-term comfort. The idea is simple, yet powerful. Your body is built to move, and when you honor that design, it responds in ways that stillness alone never can. Most people overlook the simplest habits, assuming they are too minor to matter. But when it comes to joint health, it's often the smallest adjustments that create the most noticeable difference, especially at night, when your body reveals the results of everything you've done throughout the day. Consider hydration. It sounds basic, almost too obvious, yet many people consistently underestimate its impact. Your joints rely on proper fluid balance to maintain lubrication and flexibility. Without enough water, they can become dry, less cushioned, and more prone to stiffness. And here's the part many don't realize. By the time you feel discomfort, your body may already be slightly dehydrated. That subtle deficiency can quietly build up during the day and make itself known the moment you lie down. Now think about your sleeping position. It's not just about comfort. It's about alignment. The way you position your body at night can either support your joints or place unnecessary stress on them for hours at a time. A slight twist in your spine, unsupported knees, or pressure on a sensitive shoulder can amplify discomfort without you even noticing it in the moment. But over the course of the night, that pressure builds, turning minor strain into persistent pain. Imagine the difference a simple adjustment can make. Placing a pillow between your knees to keep your hips aligned, supporting your lower back to maintain a natural curve, or choosing a position that reduces pressure on affected joints. These are not drastic changes, yet they directly influence how your body feels for hours while you sleep. Then there's the role of warmth. The body responds quickly to heat, especially when it comes to tension and stiffness. A warm shower before bed or the use of a heating pad can relax tight muscles, increase blood flow, and ease the pressure around your joints. It's a gentle signal to your body that it's time to release the stress it has been holding on to all day. This simple act can create a noticeable shift in how your body transitions into rest. What makes these habits powerful is not their complexity, but their consistency. Anyone can try something once and expect immediate results, but real improvement comes from repetition. When you hydrate properly throughout the day, maintain supportive sleep positions, and use warmth to relax your body regularly, you begin to create an environment where your joints can recover instead of struggle. There is also a psychological shift that happens when you commit to these small habits. You move from feeling like a victim of your pain to becoming someone who actively manages it. Each small action reinforces a sense of control, reminding you that relief is not out of reach. It's built through daily choices. Over time, these adjustments stop feeling like effort and start becoming part of your routine. And as they become routine, their impact compounds. The stiffness begins to reduce, the discomfort becomes more manageable, and your nights start to feel different. Not because of one major solution, but because of the quiet power of consistent, thoughtful habits. What if the real reason your pain hasn't improved yet is not because nothing works, but because nothing's been done long enough to truly make a difference? This is where most people struggle. They try something new for a few days, maybe a week, and when they don't see immediate results, they stop. The effort fades, the habit disappears and the pain remains. Not because change is impossible, but because consistency was never given a chance. The body does not respond to occasional effort. It responds to patterns. Every stretch you repeat, every small adjustment you maintain, every healthy habit you follow consistently, these are the signals your body understands. And when those signals are repeated day after day, the body begins to adapt. Muscles grow stronger, joints become more stable, inflammation gradually reduces, and movement becomes easier. But here's the reality most people don't want to hear. There is no instant fix. No single exercise, no one-time solution, no overnight transformation. And yet, this is not discouraging. It's empowering, because it means your progress is not dependent on something extreme or complicated. It depends on your ability to stay consistent with simple, effective actions. Think about how joint pain develops. It doesn't appear in a single moment. It builds over time through repeated strain, poor posture, lack of movement, or neglect. If the problem was created through repetition, why would the solution be any different? Healing follows the same principle. It requires repeated, intentional actions that gradually shift your body back toward balance. Now imagine approaching your routine with this mindset. Instead of asking, did this work today? You begin asking, am I staying consistent? That shift changes everything, because progress is not always visible in the short term. Some days will feel the same. Some days might even feel worse. But beneath the surface, your body is adjusting, repairing, and strengthening in ways you may not immediately notice. Consistency also builds trust, both physically and mentally. Your body begins to trust that it will be supported, that it will be moved, stretched, and cared for regularly. And your mind begins to trust the process, reducing the frustration and impatience that often lead people quit too soon. There is also a discipline that forms through consistency. It's not about motivation, because motivation comes and goes. It's about commitment. Showing up for your routine even when you don't feel like it, even when the results aren't obvious yet. That discipline becomes a foundation for long-term improvement. Over time, something remarkable happens. The small actions that once felt insignificant begin to add up. The stiffness that used to dominate your nights starts to ease. The pain that once felt constant becomes less intense, less frequent. And what seemed impossible at the beginning slowly becomes your new normal. This is how real change happens, not through sudden breakthroughs, but through steady, consistent effort that reshapes how your body functions and how you experience each day and night. So tonight, when you lie down, remember this. Your body is not your enemy. That pain is not punishment. It's communication. It's asking for care, for movement, for attention. And the moment you start listening, the moment you start taking action, everything changes. You deserve restful sleep. You deserve to wake up without pain. And it starts with what you choose to do today. Take control, take care, and give your body the relief it's been asking for. Because a pain-free night is not a dream. It's a decision.